Hello, Veto121 here, and welcome to my new Let's Play. My 2,000 subscriber special, if you will. Well, not quite 2,000 subscribers yet, but imagine it's right around the corner, and I'm guessing most of you that are subscribed to me like Final Fantasy games, or a fan of the Final Fantasy series. So I figured I'd do the game that started it all. I'd do the PSP version of the game. This is a dumbed down version of the Origins normal mode and previous versions of the game, like the NES and Famicom versions, because it doesn't use spell charges. It actually uses an MP or magic point system, and there is bonus content. And the FMV that we're seeing here kind of reminds me of an FMV that we would probably see in a Dragon Quest game, you know, for like Dragon Quest 1, because all you have is one guy here. I mean, it's just one guy. There's more than just one character in Final Fantasy. Even starting in the first game. I mean, that's why I kind of liked it better than Dragon Quest, because I played Dragon Quest before I played this game, and I liked the idea that I could control a party of 4 different characters. When I originally played it back in 1990. But yeah. And then in the original Final Fantasy, the orbs or whatever were not, well, the crystals or whatever were not crystals. They were actually called orbs. Yes, we hear the classic opening title theme, and as Yoshitaka Amano's artwork there, which is very cool. But yeah, why do they only show one guy, man? This isn't a one-man ordeal. This is a multiple people ordeal. And yes, this is the original Final Fantasy, originally released for the Famicom in 1987, released everywhere else, or at least in America, I guess, in 1990. But then they decided they've released a bunch of different versions of this game. This is the 2007 20th anniversary re-release of this game, and I'm gonna start a new game here. And wow, it's gonna let us choose our language. Interesting. You know what? This is a dumbed down version of the original game. You know, to make it a challenge, maybe I should play the game in Japanese. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That would be pretty retarded, seeing as I'm not Japanese. But as you can see here, we have a new game screen. We can choose our 4 different characters. Basically, we have to assign classes and names to these 4 characters here. And you can choose between a warrior, thief, monk, red mage, white mage, and black mage. And the warrior is good with weapons and armor, very good fighter, needs a lot of equipment to be effective though. The thief, not as good as a warrior, can't use as many equips, or isn't as good at fighting as a warrior, but at class change, he's actually, he can actually use some black magic. Now the monk is pretty good here because he's an effective fighter without really equipping any armor, so this is a very good job class here. You have the red mage, which is proficient in both black and white magic, but what the game doesn't tell you here, that he's also a fairly decent fighter. He can equip some decent weapons. He's not too bad at fighting. Alright, and then we have the white mage, and yeah, this mage supports the party with white magic. So basically healing spells, buffing spells, and spells that deal damage to undead monsters. And then we have the black mage, which damages opponents with black magic, so basically he is your attack mage in this game. But yeah, anyways, this is the game that started it all, and this is going to be a fun little LP. Shouldn't take me too long to get through. I haven't done the bonus content for this. Oh yeah, we can choose our name. Let's see here. For the warrior, I guess I'll go with no, I'm not going to do that. Too many Cecils in my LPs. Let's go with I don't know. Maybe I'll just do auto name, actually. Ooh, crap. Auto name. Baron, Desh. Yeah, Desh will work. Why not? I'll go with that. Dash was a character in Final Fantasy 3, I guess. Now, I don't like the Thief. I never have. When I was a kid and I was playing the original Final Fantasy game, my buddy liked the Thief because the Thief was really good at running. Well, that's pretty much all the Thief was good at in the original Famicom and Nintendo versions of the game, was running. That's it. I think this job class sucks, to be quite honest with you. I don't like it. He's not as good a fighter as a warrior, and he can use only, like, you know, a little bit of black magic up to like level 4, I think, out of 8. And by the time you get that, you're able to do that, those spells are pretty worthless anyways. So yeah, I don't really care about the Thief. I think he sucks, to be quite honest. Yeah, he class changes into a ninja later on, which I guess is kind of cool, but eh. I like the monk because the monk can do a lot of damage and is really effective without needing any equipment or anything like that, so I like the monk. So let's do an auto name here. Let's see, what do we have? We have anything good? Owain. Yeah, there's a lot of these references to names from other games, like Arvis, Final Fantasy VI. Drogon, I think, is Final Fantasy VI as well. Cinna's that, yeah, Final Fantasy IX, I guess. Marcus. Yeah, why not? I'll go with Marcus. He's from Final Fantasy IX, I guess. And yeah, the White Mage is actually really good in the original game. Yeah, I'll go with the White Mage, I guess. I'll try and make it a balanced party. I'll name my White Mage Rosa as a reference to Final Fantasy IV. And start done. Okay. And yeah, I suppose that, you know, the thing I didn't know at the time when I was playing Final Fantasy as a kid is that in the original NES or Famicom version of the game, the Black Mage intellect, or the intellect stat or whatever in that game was bugged. So even though the Black Mage had higher intellect than the Red Mage, the stat was bugged, so it didn't really matter what your intellect stat was. You still did the same amount of damage with spells. In that version of the game. I imagine it probably has been fixed for this version of the game, although don't quote me on it. So I'm going to choose the Black Mage. Why not? Need a offensive specialist when it comes to spells. Now you can make this party into anything you want. I mean, hell, you could go through the entire game with fucking 4 White Mages if you wanted to. That's pretty stupid, and I've seen people do it, and yeah, I don't recommend it. So yeah, I'm gonna name this character in reference to my favorite character from Final Fantasy IX, which yeah, I will get back to that LP eventually, but I figured I'd do some fun little smaller LPs in the meantime. So now that we're done, let's go ahead and begin with this party. And we'll get a little opening cinematic that wasn't in the original game. It'll give us a little backstory on what's happening in the world. Now, originally when I was testing my PSP setup with recording, this is the game I tested with, because I hadn't bought the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV yet, because it hadn't come out. So I did a little test video to see how it would look and get a little feedback on it and stuff. I didn't think I was going to actually be doing an LP of this, but I figured I got it. Why not, right? Yes, the earth decays. I like the music for this opening part here. It's pretty cool. Yes, 4 warriors of light shall come. You mean an orb? Nah, it's a crystal. I think they renamed crystals as orbs in the Famicom versions of the game because there wasn't enough space on the cartridge. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, we are in the start of the game. We can go to the menu by hitting the triangle button. This is the items menu where we can look at our items. The circle button actually cancels whatever you're doing. We don't have any magic. We don't have any well, I guess we do have equipment. Wow. We got knives, staves, and clothes, I guess. In the original game, you don't start off with anything. Wow, that was awful nice of them. We can check our status screen here and look at our character stats. And formation, we can change the order at which our characters are. And in this game, the character in the top spot takes 50% of all enemy attacks. The second spot is like 25% or whatever, and then the final two are like 12.5% to equal pretty close to 100%. So that's basically how that works. So make sure your strongest character with the most defense is in the top spot. Dash, yeah, you can change your various crap. I guess I'll put that on memory, I suppose. This window color, interesting. Presets, water crystal. Oh wow, that's different. Yee, that's kind of ugly and hideous. That is ugly and hideous as well. And wow, so is that. And holy crap, that is, wow, that is horrible. No freaking way I'm going to use that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay with the classic look here. Okay, we got the bestiary. That's kind of cool, huh? We haven't defeated any monsters yet. But, yeah, I'm going to keep the dash on. I control it. But yes, this is the first town in the game, Cornelia. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of lights. Those crystals, you must see the king at once. Okay, so we're gonna go see the king. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? Yes, we all carry shiny crystals. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you not rescue my daughter Sarah? Garland, the knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. Alright, so he's telling 4 young youths to go take on this experienced swordsman. Oh, we might have to do a little bit of training before we try to go take on this guy. Cool, and he's gonna build a bridge for us if we rescue his daughter, so hell yeah. Dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you stray from your path, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. Okay. Warriors of Light have come at last. How long we have waited for this day to come. Garland is no longer the man I once knew. I beg of you, please return my daughter to me quickly. Okay, we will do that. But first, let's explore Cornelia, or in the original Famicom or NES translation or whatever they called it, Cornelia, not Cornelia. I'm guessing, I don't know, it was probably a mistranslation. Yes, we already know, the Chaos Shrine, that's where we need to go. First, let's explore the castle and talk to people. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of lights. Those crystals, could it be? Yes, it could. We just came out of nowhere with our crystals. Majesty's overcome with grief. She shut herself inside her chambers. Please try not to upset her. Oh. Okay, well, let's talk to her. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. Oh. So yeah, the Queen's a little depressed. It's fine. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him. He has lost sight of who he really was. Yeah, Garland is, well, he's basically going to be the main antagonist of the game, actually. So, yeah, rude townspeople. Of course, I got to find a way around because she wouldn't get out of my way. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, she was standing in the doorway. Okay. My sister, I will want my sister. Okay. Alright, let's explore the other areas of the castle then, huh? If the... God, get out of my way. Move. Damn it. Get out of my freaking way. How the hell am I supposed to explore the castle if you're like standing right in the hallway? Why couldn't they have made this hallway like, you know, 2 tiles? Oh, okay, there's nothing up there. What the frick? Come on, I know there's more to the castle than what I've shown so far. Yeah, alright. Let's go over here. Yeah, you can dash with the circle button, or you can turn it on auto dash or whatever if you want to. So let's talk to this fellow. Our ancestors sealed weapons within this treasure house 400 years ago. They then gave the key to the Elf King to hold until the coming of the Warriors of Lights. Wait a minute, an Elf King? Why the hell would you give the key to him? What if something happens to the Elf King? How the hell are the Warriors supposed to get their crap out of here? You just expect us to fucking go in the field and pick up sticks and stuff like that and fight all these mystical creatures with sticks? And yeah, those treasure rooms right there have been bound by the Mystic Key, which we won't get for quite some time. So that's all we can do in the castle, so let's go explore the town of Cornelia. This is Cornelia, the city of dreams. Over here we have an inn, and we get different music inside the inn. So these guys right here, they're going to tell us about equipment, I guess. So yeah, sure, why not? That way they can tell you and I won't have to. Shields, helms, gloves, and body armor. Any armor you wear on your body, including armlets, is classified as body armor. Shields are held in one hand, while helms are worn on the head. Remember, boots are worn on the feet as well, even though, well, there are no boots in this game. At least I don't think there are. No, there isn't. Yeah, do not use optimal. Optimal is retarded. I've been known to give quite a lecture on the use of magic. Have a listen? Sure. And yes, there are 2 schools of magic, black and white. Excuse me, black and white. Got the hiccups, man. Yes. Each level of black and white magic contains 4 distinct spells. However, any given character can only learn 3 of the 4 spells of a particular magic level. So yeah, there's 4 spells per level. You can only teach 3 of them or whatever of that level. Yes. Remember to equip the best spells, basically, is what he's saying. Sure. There are many different types of monsters, and different types have different weaknesses. Finding a monster's weakness will help you gain the upper hand in battle. For example, aquatic monsters are susceptible to lightning. Yes, casting thunder on these monsters will deal particularly heavy damage. Some weapons are also more effective against certain monsters. Yes, good stuff to know if you've never played a game like this before. Oh yeah, it's definitely a good idea to stock up on that stuff. Especially in the beginning of games like this. Okay, so this is slightly different, I'm guessing. These 3 splendid items allow you to restore your HP and MP. You can only use them outdoors though. In addition to these traditional items, certain pieces of equipment may be used as items as well. The only way to know if a given piece of equipment has a use is to try it out, so experimentation is the key. So yes, a lot of stuff that I didn't know about Final Fantasy when I originally played it is items, for example, like the Zeus Gauntlet. If you use that as an item in battle, it will cast Lightning 2 or Thundara or whatever you want to call it. So it would have been nice to know this stuff when I was playing the original Final Fantasy, because in-game, I don't think they even give you any tips telling you this. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Would have been nice to know. I didn't have a strategy guide either. I don't even think the strategy guide would have told you stuff like that. Yes, we have a dancer there. She is... Too bad she doesn't dance for us like in Final Fantasy IV. But yes, this is the armor shop. And we have 500 gil to spend, so we can buy some chainmail here, and I'm going to go ahead and buy some. And I'm not going to buy any armor for the black belt or the monk. Mainly because he doesn't need that stuff. In fact, yeah, I'm going to remove this stuff right now because he is going to be much better without anything at all equipped. Yeah, as you can see, when you equip clothes, it actually reduces his defense and evasion. So yeah, don't equip your monk with anything. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and equip this chainmail on my warrior. And yeah, I guess the clothes are good enough for these characters here. So yeah, nothing else to do in the armor shop. So let's buy some weapons and stuff. Now you could buy nunchucks for the monk, but I guess for the if you are gonna do that for the very beginning of the game. I'm not even gonna bother, to be quite honest. For some reason, white mages use hammers in this game. I have no idea why, but yeah, I will get a hammer for my white mage. I'll pick up a rapier for my warrior. No, I already have a staff. Whatever, I'll just give the staff to my freaking black mage. So yeah, the hammer is a little bit better, and then I can get a rapier for my warrior here. Oh, the knife is better accuracy? Whatever, it's not going to matter really. But yeah, that's all the armor that we can get right now in this first town for our characters, so there you go. Oh, please, you must rescue the princess. Well, of course. That's what we do. We are rescuers of princess. Alright, so we have, well, we have spells here. They are 50 gil each or whatever. They're a lot cheaper than they were in the original Final Fantasy. Or the original version of the game, I should say. And, yeah, we're going to want to pick up the fire. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess I have to give it to my black mage. Put all foes to sleep, lowers one foe's evasion, and deals lightning damage to one foe. Yeah, I'll get thunder. Gotta have fire and lightning, and lowers one foe's evasion. You know, I'm not even gonna bother with that. I think that spell is probably gonna be worthless, but I will get the sleep spell, because that might be nice to have. So I'm going to go in here. And let's see here. We have the Cure spell, the Dia spell. Deal damage to all undead foes. Protect, raise one ally's defense. And Blink, which raises caster's evasion. So you can only use it on himself. Okay, it's pretty obvious that I don't want the Blink spell. So yeah, I'm going to get the Cure spell. Oops. The Dia spell. And the Protect spell, because that might not... Yeah, that might actually be nice to have. So let's talk to some more people. Let's talk to this fellow. Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon, then he just up and left town. Oh, well, okay. Maybe we'll find him later on in our quest. Well, it's good that he believes in something. Let's talk to this lady. Come on, talk to her. Please rescue Lady Sarah. Yes. Oh, yeah, and then of course we have the item shop. I don't want to forget that. I once lived far to the east of here in the harbor city of Provoca. These days I hear it's turned into a pirate's den. Ooh, sounds kind of dangerous, huh? Anyways, yeah, we can buy potions and holy crap, Phoenix Downs? Yeah, I forgot about that. I guess you can buy Phoenix Downs in this version of the game. There was no such thing as Phoenix Downs in the original Final Fantasy. You had to revive your characters at like a clinic or a church or whatever. And you know what? I'm not even gonna bother buying crap because I have a white mage. Well, actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should get at least a couple potions. But yeah, it'd be nice to buy a few Phoenix Downs, huh, in case my characters die. But yes, this is the church, I guess, and if we have a dead character or dead characters, we can come here and get them revived for a fee, similar to the churches in Dragon Quest games. So there you go. Let's see, how do we save? Ooh, we can save on the world map. Yeah, the only way to save in the original version of Final Fantasy was to rest at an inn, which required gold, which is kind of bullshit. But whatever, we can save on the world map in this version of the game, so that's cool. And we will be exploring to the north at the Chaos Shrine in the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy. This is Veta121, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.